Hi everyone, we are now ready for our next live. Drop your comments below. Just wait for a couple of you to join and we will get started. I know I'm a minute early, so it just gives everyone time to get in and get on.
Morning.
Morning, oh afternoon actually now.
Afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. See you.
Yeah, all good. Thanks.
I'm currently having to stand up near the plug because my phone's about to die and I've had to put it on charge.
Oh, show business, isn't it?
So I'm stood in the kitchen because my boyfriend's playing Call of Duty and no one needs to hear that.
No, fair point. But yeah, people will be calling, worried for you.
I think we'll be having complaints if I do that one.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Thank you. All good. Yeah, it's Sunday, so you know,
Nice and cozy day.
chill out. But yeah, no, all good. Thank you. All
We've
good.
currently got a body conditioning class going on, and that's not very calm for a Sunday.
No, it's definitely not. No, but I mean, well done to everyone that's doing it.
Yeah, they're doing really good. I'm watching them at the minute as well. So yeah, it's amazing.
Fab. Love.
Would you like to introduce yourself and then people can get an idea of who you are and start asking questions?
Sure. Hi everyone who's joined. I'm Philip Joel. I'm a theatre choreographer. Mainly musicals and kind of TV work. I've been very lucky to have tours in America. I've managed to be a choreographer for Channel 4, ITV, national adverts, campaigns. So yeah, it's been
Bit of everything.
yeah, it's kind of. I've been quite lucky with that I've managed to do a bit of everything on the side, you know. But yeah, so yeah, that's me.
That is you. Right, so we've got a question. What is your favourite musical?
Oh, my dream when I was a kid was to be in Fame. I saw that and was just like, I need to be in that. And then that was my first musical I was in. So that was my dream. So that was, I would say that's one of my favourites. I would say now, Come From Away.
Yes.
Yes.
It is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it 3 times, which I know isn't a lot, but I mean, every single time I'm just a sobbing mess at the end of it. But yeah, I would probably say way at the moment if I was to be, yes. So that would be
when it was in like its preview period, and they'd send people over like from Newfoundland, and like they were actually there, like
yeah.
we were sat surrounded by them, and they were crying. And I was like, oh.
I was there for the very first London performance, and it was just insane. The energy was incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What was the career you wanted when you were a teen?
I've wanted to be into. I've wanted to be in this industry ever since I was 10. We had a family trip up to London because I'm originally from Cornwall. Saw Grease right at the back of the Dominion Theatre, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. What I'm watching right now is what I want to do. So I went home. My mum and dad sent me to dance school. My older sister tried it. She did one lesson and gave up, and I carried on. Yeah, so all Greece, and then was like, I want to do that. And then my dream before I went to college was to actually be a ISTD dance examiner.
Very random.
Well, like I did all my ISTD exams, and I thought, go to college, become an ISTD examiner. That quickly changed when I got to college. But yeah, that was kind of the dream as a teenager. But then went to college and then left and then started performing. So yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
What do you look for in performers? Any qualities that seem to attract you every time?
Yeah, I kind of think it's a really nice in the audition room when I'm seeing people about that positive energy and that positive vibe.
Yeah.
You know, it could be the most incredible dancer, but if I get that negative feeling about you, I've got to work with you, and I've got to leave a show for my dance captain to work with you, and I'm worried that you ain't going to be a nice person. And I always say to graduates, it takes ages to build up a good reputation, right? but it takes one bad moment and your reputation is gone. I've been in auditions where the casting director or the director has just gone, really bad reputation. We've just gone, okay, cool, cut.
Wow.
So I would always say, I'm always looking for that positivity and that person that I want to work with, and, choreographers, we're not, above the dancers, someone that I can go to the pub with afterwards. That's just as important as how talented you are.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll be looking for.
Loving the High School Musical look.
Oh, thanks. High School Musical too, because I do believe actually it is the best out of all three, to be honest with you. But yeah, cheers for that.
I can agree with that, actually. Did you ever think of becoming a model?
No. Well, okay, I don't know who's asked that, because it will either be one of my sassy friends that has asked that. I actually did become the face of Spanish football by accident, because I was in other words, I got called up by my agent that this football company want to do a Strictly Come Dancing with footballers, and it's going to go over, and we've got the footballers, the models, blah, 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 blah. All the models turn up and not one move, all stunning to look at, but my God, like if you said step, 45-degree kick, like they couldn't do it. So anyway, there was this famous photographer that was doing the shoot, and he was like, Philip, just put a football kit on for me. We'll just play around and just. So then I get a call like 6 months later from my agent going, so they're releasing the football thing. Amazing, great. They've gone with your photo. So I was like, so I got sent it, and it's me in this Spanish football kit looking like I'm scoring a goal. But yeah, it was hilarious. So that is my only modelling experience, but
a very accidental one.
But an accidental one. But it's my famous story when people go, have you done any adverts? I was like, yeah, it's a face of Spanish football one. So,
if you had a chance to be in a show, what would you want to be?
Oh, I would love to go back and play Carmen in The Producers. That was.
Love that show.
I would really like, and I've never. But I would say to my agent, I'm coming out of retirement to play the child actor in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Because I think it would be really fun, but more so to just scare the kids on stage, because I'm not a massive fan of them anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it'd be like no acting required.
Yeah, that was like the first show I ever saw in the West End.
Yeah, oh, I bet it was scary.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that would be my dream part if I had to go back and put on the old shoes again.
What would you deem as making it as a successful choreographer?
I think we have put a massive bubble on what making it is. Do you know what I mean? I think people say, oh, people have done the West End, right? But I know loads of people that have done the West End and are very unhappy in their lives and themselves. So I always say, actually, I think you're successful if you can genuinely go home, look at yourself in the mirror and go, I am happy and I am pleased that I am who I am. That's what I think, because I know an awful lot of, in guys, successful people, but they don't like themselves. And I go, oh, I think that is really. So yeah, well done, you've done all these lead roles, well done, you've got awards. But at the end of the day, I think actually being successful is being happy in your own skin. And if you can do that, no matter what you've done, successful.
I love that.
Personally.
What would your dream acting job be? We're getting them all today.
A dream acting job. Oh, nothing. Oh, I know. A Monster Calls, the play.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was just insane. But no Shakespeare. I never got it at college. Failed all of it. Do you know what I mean? I was naff. But yeah, I'm going to say A Monster Calls. There you go.
We've got so many questions. I'm trying to whiz into them. What would be the best job for an actress?
Well, I don't know. It depends what you want to do, I presume. I mean,
that's acting.
I don't know if you saw it, People, Places and Things with Denise Goff. I thought that was stunning. I mean, I don't really No, I'm going to say people, places, and things. That's what I'm going to go with.
Nice.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
What would you recommend teens to do if they think about acting?
Say that again.
What would you recommend teens to do if they think about acting?
I don't know what that means.
I'm guessing it's like if they're thinking about doing acting.
Like going to college?
I'm guessing so.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, my advice would be, we've only got one life, all right? So we might as well do it being happy, or as happy as we possibly can. Because I think I couldn't think of anything worse if I survived not going to college. I think I would have been really big if I had to go and do something else. So, you know, at the end of the day, even if, you know, family members don't approve of it, it's your life, isn't it? So that's what I would say. So yeah, if you want to do it, do it. It's your life, not theirs.
Do you have any recommendations for people in between jobs in terms of classes / work that should always be kept up?
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really tricky. I remember, you know, being in between jobs, feeling actually that I had to go to all these classes, had to keep up my singing lessons and things like that. But I also was sensible that if I prioritize them over working, for example, I can't afford my rent, you know, so I've got to find a happy medium. But I mean, go to class, make connections. I mean, choreographers, dance teachers and stuff, you know, they do kind of remember the people that keep coming back.
Yeah.
And I mean, my big advice would be, and I would say probably has got me to where I am, is I never was afraid to say hello to people. So for example, if I was in a bar and I saw a choreographer that I had auditioned for, I would actually go up and say, hello, hi, probably don't remember me, but I auditioned for you a couple of weeks ago. Thanks so much for that really, really cool audition. I really appreciate it. You know, because we are beings. It is a bit odd if you put us on a pedestal higher than you. It's, you know, we are normal, you know. So I would say also go out and do the hustle if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love your spoof videos. I actually do love them.
Okay.
It's great to laugh in these difficult times. Is the agent one based on anyone?
Right, so my agent did go like, is that about me? And I was like, nah.
It's an agent that's asked that.
Oh, well, there's numerous agents, like, 'cause I've had numerous agents throughout the years, and I've got loads of friends that are agents. So I'm going to say it's a bit of everyone.
Just a bit of everything.
Bit of everything.
How did you get into choreographing in theatre and TV?
So it was a bit like I said, it was a bit of an accident. I was doing a job, and the choreographer got 3 shows at the same time, and she was like, "I need you to go and do that somewhere else for me. The choreography you already know." And I wasn't booked as a dance captain then. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, yeah, I know it, easy. So and kind of I didn't realise what I was doing at the time was a dance captain role.
Yeah.
So I went to this show and was like, oh, hi, I'm just here to teach you all quickly, the show. So he taught them it, and then she was like, cool, so can you now go and dance captain this? And I was like, oh, I'm not a dance captain, I've just quickly, and she was like, no, you are, that's what a dance captain does. So that got into it. So then from dance captain, I then went into assisting, and then assisting, I got my big break, I would say. I choreographed Liverpool Empire Panto with Pamela Anderson, and it was because it was the year that we had really bad snow and the choreographer couldn't get up there. So they went, you're going to have to choreograph it.
Yeah.
Brand new. I was like, oh, okay. So that was it. That's how I got my first choreographic job. And then from there, just kept the hustle going. And then, yeah.
Where are you teaching next year?
Well, I'm planning teaching, but I might get an email in the summer saying we don't need you. I don't know, but I am planning on Italia Conti, NTA, Wilkes Academy, and Erdang. But
Depending for a while back.
Oh, and a new place called Platinum. But yes, at the moment, if there's any principals out there, let me know, because right now I don't know what I'm doing. So
I'm in my 3rd year now and we have no idea what's going on.
No, I don't know what's going on either, but we're all in it together. That's
Yeah,
why.
we are. Our principal's like, we'll try and get you back in summer. I'm like, please do.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Where are you at the moment?
At Bodywork.
Oh, fab. Lovely.
We're having like our online classes, but she's like, we don't want to just kind of chuck you out the studio and never put you back in.
No, exactly. I would really, yeah, I mean, 100%. I am expecting when this is all over to be able to go to all my colleges' graduation parties and see them off properly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're looking at doing like a Christmas one for us, which will be good if it happens.
Yeah,
do you ever teach any open classes or workshops?
Yes, I do. When I can fit them in, I do try and get a class at base or somewhere. So I put it all over my social medias when I do and when I'm allowed to do it again. But yeah, it is quite tricky because I am quite lucky that colleges do book me up, or if I'm not, I'm shows. So, but yes, it will be over my. So check
When
it
you
out.
can. That one's already come through. What did you do when you were performing?
So I did shows. I did Fame, Hairspray, Singing in the Rain, 42nd Street, Oklahoma. And did like Gulliver's Travels, Walk in the Sunshine. Did MTV, music videos. So like back in the day, I mean, I have it at the moment. I had a shaved head, so I was always booked for like the thug in music videos. Very odd because they went cut. I was like, oh, that's over. But they were like, can you beat that guy up over there? I was like, all right. And then yeah, and then when I started choreographing, the people of Celebrity Cruises actually came and saw my show and were like, do you want to work in America? And I went, absolutely. And 2 months later, flew out there, choreographed a brand new show for them, came back and did Miracle on 34th Street UK tour I choreographed. Yeah, so I've been very lucky. I've managed to do kind of a little bit of everything. Yeah. But like I said, it wasn't always planned being the case.
No. What would you say the highlight of your career is?
I mean, I kind of doing the Fame 6 probe. I was like, oh my God, it sounds stunning. I remember that really well. First preview of Hairspray when everyone got on their feet at the end, and I was like, oh, it's good then. Working in America was a highlight. I think for me, actually, though, it's more the friends that I've made throughout the years, and actually people that I haven't worked with for like 4 or 5 years, like messaging me the other day going, hey, haven't spoken to you in ages, but how's life? How's lockdown? You know? So, and I think that's something quite unique in our industry is
definitely
the people that you meet.
Yeah. And
the friendships that you form.
I think like even when you don't know people very well, but you know they're a dancer, you kind of have a different like connection than you would to a random person.
But it's also college, isn't it? It's like you've built a family there now, which will stick by you. I mean, already in lockdown, do you know what I mean? But way like further ahead than that. Like the moment it gets naff, you know who to call. I've still got a group of friends in college. What it would be 13 years in July. We chat every day.
Wow.
Like we've got a little WhatsApp group. It might not always be serious. It'll be most of the 99% of the time it's banter, but you know that it's things like that. You know. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
This isn't a question. We're going to read it anyway. Closer to Heaven is still one of my favourite shows to dance. Your choreography is just so much fun to dance.
Hi, Daniel. Thanks so much. That was a great show because it just had no limitations in what I could do with it. Like it wasn't stylized like 1920s or anything. And I mean, people have different opinions, but it was fringe production, so no one was getting paid for it. But it was probably how long was the run? 4 or 5 weeks, something like that, and it sold out in 24 hours. And the Petrol came, David Williams came, the writer came, who also writes Jonathan Harvey, and there was such a massive hype over it. Like there was a queue for return tickets and things like that, and you just couldn't get a ticket for love nor money. Do you know what I mean? So that was an amazing show, and like it was the Celebrity Cruises that actually saw Closer to Heaven that then took me to America. Okay. And I think with those kind of shows that, because you're all in it together, you're all working for free. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of brings you a little bit stronger, I think, rather than, yeah. So
100% there for like the love of what you do.
yes, absolutely. And, you know, all of that came back actually. But, you know, both casts, we still talk, and it's, you know, it's so lovely to follow all their journeys and stuff. So,
yeah. Someone put, I love how you matched your hat with your jumper, and I was thinking that as soon as I saw you earlier.
Like, it's a little bit cold today, but
it's so warm here.
I'll give you an exclusive. My video, my new spoof video at 4 o'clock does feature this on.
I'm excited. The weather's so nice here. Like, as soon as 6 o'clock comes and this industry weekend is over, I'm gonna go for a nice sunny walk.
Yeah, get a gin out. Yeah, have a little
what do you think is the best way to start choreographing? Do you start with the music, etc.?
Yeah, it depends on what show it is, you know. Some is obviously the music and kind of I just go with it and go with the flow and see what happens. Or if the director says, right, at the beginning of this song, we need to follow this journey, and by the end, that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Because, you know, some shows, they have dance breaks just to have dance breaks. It doesn't need to tell a story. It just needs to be impressive. And some shows, barely any movement, but you've got to, you know, I think some of the best choreography I've seen is the choreography from Come From Away. And
we'll see it again.
Yeah, but like a lot of it is, you know, there's probably, you know, there's not a pirouette. No, and I thought that was absolutely brilliant. So yeah, it depends on kind of what show, to be honest with you. When I choreographed for Miracle on 34th Street, for example, it was like just a massive dance break for like 7 minutes, go. Didn't have to do it. So that's how I kind of approach it.
Which pantomimes do you choreograph?
Oh, well, so far I am booked for Christmas, but obviously we will see. Kind of depends on the companies, to be honest with you, and kind of the venues. It just kind of depends on the venues and things like that. I mean, I used to work very heavily with First Family Entertainment, but they then are no longer. So yeah, I've kind of worked with most panto companies, but it just depends who books me first.
Yeah.
And if the dates fit and things like that. So a lot of it to do with panto is like, do the dates fit and all that. You know?
Yeah, there's so many going on at once.
100%.
Did you ever think you would become a choreographer?
I actually was quite lucky because as college we had to put on our own show in third year with no help from the teachers.
Okay.
So someone had to direct it, someone had to wardrobe it, had to light, someone had to stage manager it. Then like 8 or 9 of us had to choreograph piece. So I did do a number then, and I quite liked it, but it definitely, I thought I would become a choreographer at, say, 40. And I got my first UK tour as a choreographer at 20.
Right, okay.
So, yeah. And then, fortunately, with our industry, if you start choreographing, getting a name, the rehearsal room as an ensemble.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to me. I had a show, a UK tour happening that I was choreographing. I was going into a show as an ensemble member. So then my current ensemble members were like, oh, this was funny. Oh, I auditioned for your show. Oh, cool, like, lovely. So that's where it all kind of got a bit weird for a couple of years. And my agent was like, hey, you're either not choreographing anymore or you're not performing. So what is it?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I've done the performing side now, it's fine. You know?
I feel like a lot of the choreographers we get to speak to, like, none of them seem to have purposefully gone down that route.
Mm.
It's really strange.
It's, yeah, I mean, it's like anything, I think, in this industry. It's all, you know, of course, there's talent involved in it, but it's luck. And like I said to you, you know, if you're just a nice company member to work with, directors will remember you. It's like a lot of the directors I work with now, I was an ensemble member with.
Okay.
So they would go, oh, I need a choreographer, but, oh, I remember Phil.
Yeah.
We had a right old laugh in Panto or the Fringe show that we did, or that 2 days on set, you know? So, yeah, so I'm quite lucky with that. luckily I've got talented friends that can get me.
Yeah. Where did you train?
I went to Performers College. So I went 2004 to 2007, so a while ago now. But, you know, like it was a brilliant 3 years. I thought I wanted to go to another college, but I just didn't get that feeling when I went to that other college that it was right for me for 3 years.
That happened to me.
And I kind of felt the pressure to have gone to the other college, but, you know, I didn't. And then, like I said, my journey after Performers is my friends are still my best friends and my biggest work. Where actually I got into Performance the year before. I got in a 15 to go when I was 16.
Wow.
But they didn't give me a scholarship. That was it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't afford to go. And I was gutted. I was like, oh my God, I've got to go to college for a year. Oh my God, I've got and, you know, and I'm so glad because those boys that are in my life now as my best friends wouldn't have existed. You know, and everything happens for a reason. And I, you know, I was so like, oh my God, the college reputation. And actually, as a choreographer, the last thing I look at on your CV is train.
Okay.
It's like not a big deal. Well, I used to think it was, and for years,
it's made out to be quite a big deal.
Sorry,
it is made out to be like quite a big.
Oh, massive! But if for example, if you're from Bodywork, if you come in and give me an incredible audition, I'm not going to go, oh, she's from Bodywork. No. But we're all taught that, though. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, the college reputation does matter. You know, I mean, it helps to get seen by the casting director, but it doesn't help you book a job.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a bit of advice for you.
Oh. Right, let's have a look.
Hi, Erin. I saw a wave emoji there, which was quite cute.
Oh, hello. Do you have any tips for people auditioning? Obviously, that's probably not very relevant at this minute, but hopefully soon.
Yeah. Oh, 100% look like your headshot. And I know that sounds really odd, but there was a show a couple of years ago I was casting, I was like, I love her. But we couldn't find her headshot because she had looked completely different. Yeah. And it was quite a busy audition. And I was like, I love her. And he was like, I don't know. He was like, is this the one? I was like, no, that's not her. Like, and, you know, we left and she left the room afterwards. And I had to be like, go and ask her name. But the casting director was like, oh, just move on.
Yeah.
Like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, you know, we'll find another one. And I was like, love her. And I was like, for the recall, you need to look like your headshot. Otherwise, we can't get you any further. So yeah, definitely that.
So hard. Like, I've been talking to agents and stuff, like doing interviews, and like all my hair's growing out and my head's slowly not appearing to be me anymore. Yeah. Like, I do not look normal.
I think everyone would understand that right now. But I mean, it's amazing how some people will use a headshot which really, you know, not the same hairstyle anymore or anything like that. So yeah.
No, my friend's gone bald for the lockdown because he can't be bothered with his hair, and he had an agent call and he was like, I'm not normally bald.
I'm not normally like this. This is what I'm looking like. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, no, I understand that whole shaving of the head situation. I did wake up and I was like, I have to do it. I can't.
Did you do it?
Yeah,
oh.
I had to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, we seem to have come to the end of the questions, so I think we'll wrap it up with what, like, oh my God, my words have gone. Like, what? Oh, ideas. My brain's gone, Bruce. Like, what advice? There we go. That's the word. What advice would you give to people to like stay motivated during lockdown? Because obviously, everyone seems to be getting to the point now where everyone's kind of over it.
Yeah.
A lot less people are taking classes.
Right.
Like,
is that in on this, for example? Yeah,
like we've created this weekend to try and get people back doing classes again because numbers have gone down across every single teacher's platform.
I think I'm kind of gonna I think where we're at the moment is we got this whole, okay, let's try and be proactive, you know, try and do stuff like that. And then I think we got to a point where we were being proactive. And then I think anyway, is the reality of like, okay, cool. I just need to, I would say right now is accept that you don't have to have achieved anything that day. You know, like having a shower and getting dressed is an achievement. You don't have to worry
about right now.
Dance classes. However, I do think, you know, also try and make the use of this opportunity, because you won't get it again. You know, the moment that we're all allowed back is the moment that people will be like, £3 entrance fee, all of this, and then so I mean, I think it's a bit of both. I think sometimes, you know, I see people take class every day, which I think is incredible, because I couldn't do that. You know? So respect what your body's saying, and respect that sometimes you don't have to do anything to achieve something, but also make the most of it whilst you can, because I'm planning on this never to happen again in my life. So, yes. Yeah, so that would be a bit, be kind to yourself, but realise that this industry will be up and running again.
Yeah.
And,
you're not going to get everything for free ever again.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, so that would be my advice.
Amazing. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to your 4 o'clock video as always.
Thank you very much. Star in the yellow hoodie and the matching hat. Yeah. Take care, my love. Bye.